Be me, 28, female, married to Leo for 4 years, met in grad school. I was doing marketing, he was finishing a master's in botany. Leo is the kind of guy who stops to look at moss on the sidewalk. Gentle, brilliant, absolute nerd. We live in Seattle. Rent a decent 2-bedroom in Ballard, $2,400 a month. We split it. I work as a marketing coordinator for a mid-tier tech firm. Leo works as a lab technician at the university. Combined income is maybe $110,000. Not rich, but we have good coffee, hiking boots, and each other. Leo brings me wildflowers he finds growing in alleyways. Tells me the Latin names. It's charming. I love him. I love us. Then I get headhunted. Recruiter from Vantage Estates contacts me. Ultra-luxury real estate brokerage. Selling floating homes on Lake Union, penthouses in Bellevue, estates on the islands. They need a client experience manager. Base salary $90,000, plus commission on team sales. I take the interview. Walk into their office on the 40th floor. Floor-to-ceiling glass, white Italian leather, espresso machine that costs more than my car. I get the job. My life changes overnight. I'm suddenly surrounded by people who don't look at price tags. My boss Sylvia is 45, looks 30, wears the Roe and Celine. Her husband is a VC. My coworker, Chase, is 29, drives a G-Wagon, checks his crypto portfolio during meetings, talks about leverage and equity like they're religious terms. I start making money. First quarter bonus is $15,000. I buy a YSL bag. Leo looks at it, smiles, says, "It's nice, babe," but I can tell he doesn't get why a purse costs $2,500. He's excited about a new compost blend he made. The contrast starts to itch. One night, Leo sits me down. He's vibrating with energy. Eyes wide, hands shaking a little. "I have an idea," he says. "Not just a paper, a system." He starts talking about modular aeroponic microgrids. Something about solving food deserts in urban environments using AI-controlled misting systems. I nod along. Sounds like gardening with extra steps. He wants to quit the university job. Wants to cash out his small 401k. Wants to build the prototype in our second bedroom. I can change how cities eat, Sarah. I know I can. I hesitate. I look at my new bag. I look at his earnest face. "Okay," I say. "Give it a shot." 6 months pass. Our second bedroom is now a jungle. Humid. Bright purple LED grow lights on 24/7. Humming noise from pumps. Smells like wet earth and nutrient solution. Leo is working 18 hours a day. He stops shaving regularly. Wears sweatpants with bleach stains. Our savings are draining. Pumps break. Sensors fail. He needs a $3,000 custom controller board. I pay for it. I'm paying for everything now. Rent, food, utilities, his R&D. Meanwhile, at work, I'm organizing open houses for $12 million mansions, catered by private chefs. Champagne is Veuve Clicquot la Grande Dame. Chase flirts with me. He just closed a deal on a Mercer Island compound. His commission was $180,000. One check. He takes the team out to the Pink Door. Drops $4,000 on dinner. I come home to the humming noise. Leo is asleep on the floor of the grow room, holding a pH meter. I feel a spike of resentment. Why can't he just be normal? Why does he have to save the world? Why can't he just make money? I start spending more time at the office. Sylvia invites me to a gala for the symphony. "Bring your husband," she says. I panic. Leo hasn't worn a suit in 2 years. I force him to go. He looks uncomfortable. Suit is slightly too big. Tie is cheap. We get there, it's a sea of tuxedos and designer gowns. I'm wearing a rent-the-runway dress I pretended to own. Chase is there with a model. Sylvia introduces us to a developer. Guy owns half of downtown. He asks Leo what he does. "I'm developing a high-yield aeroponic agriculture unit for high-density housing," Leo says professionally. Developer laughs. "So you grow weed?" Chase snickers. Leo stiffens. "No, I grow sustenance. High-calorie, nutrient-dense greens with 90% less water usage." Developer loses interest immediately. Turns to Chase to talk about interest rates. Leo stands there, holding his warm gin and tonic. I burn with shame. Not at the developer, at Leo, for being small, for being irrelevant in this room of giants. On the ride home, I'm silent. "They were kind of assholes," Leo says. "They are successful," I snap. "They build things, real things, not lettuce in a spare bedroom." Leo flinches. Silence the rest of the way. A month later, Leo hits a wall. A bacterial infection wipes out his entire Generation 4 inches crop. 6 months of data gone. He's devastated. Sitting amidst wilting brown sludge. He needs another $5,000 for new filtration and sterilization. I look at our bank account. I have the money. I got a bonus for a penthouse closing. But I also see Chase's Instagram. He's in Tulum at a private villa. I see Sylvia's new Audi RS7. I look at Leo, covered in algae slime, crying over dead kale. I can't do this anymore, I say. He looks up. Babe, it's just a setback. I know what went wrong. The humidity sensor drifted. I can fix it. No, I say, I mean us. I can't live like this, Leo. The noise. The smell. The drain. You're 30 years old. You're playing scientist in our apartment. I need a partner, not a dependent. He stands up, wipes his hands on his pants. I am building something that matters, Sarah. It takes time. Does it? I yell, because it looks like you're just wasting my money. I want a life. I want to travel. I want a house, not a greenhouse. Go back to the university. Get a real job, or I'm done. The ultimatum hangs in the damp air. Leo looks at me, really looks at me, like he's examining a specimen he misidentified. I can't go back, he says quietly. I'm close. I can feel it. Then you're doing it alone. I pack a bag that night. Stay at a hotel. I expect him to call, to beg, to say he'll take the job. He sends one text. I understand. I'll move my stuff to a storage unit by Sunday. That's it. No fight. Just acceptance. It makes me furious. He cared more about his plants than me. We divorce. It's quick. No assets to split, really. I keep the apartment lease. He takes his equipment and his beat-up Subaru. I scrub the second bedroom for 3 days. Can't get the smell of earth out of the carpet. Replace it with a Peloton and a vanity. I throw myself into work. Start dating Chase casually. It's exactly what I thought I wanted. Expensive dinners. Weekends in Napa. He buys me a Cartier love bracelet. I post it on Instagram. Get 400 likes. Feel validated. But Chase is hollow. Talks about himself for hours. Checks out other women while holding my hand. Refers to poor people as overhead. But he's rich. And we look good together. So I stay. 2 years pass. I'm senior client manager now, making $140,000. Chase and I break up because he cheated on me with an interior designer. I'm 31, single, living in a nice condo I bought, heavily mortgaged. I don't think about Leo much. Sometimes I buy organic spinach and feel a weird pang, but I push it down. I'm successful. I won. Then comes the TechCrunch Disrupt conference. My firm sends me to network with high net worth founders. I'm wearing a $2,000 suit, scanning the room for potential home buyers. I walk past the sustainability and future tech stage. Huge crowd. Standing room only. I glance at the screen. Keynote. The end of food insecurity. I see the speaker. It's Leo. But not my Leo. This guy is fit. Hair styled. Wearing a black t-shirt and jeans. Billionaire casual. Confident. He's holding a small glowing cube. This is the pod, he says. His voice booms over the speakers. One of these units, the size of a microwave, produces enough nutrient-complete greens for a family of 4, indefinitely. Uses solar power. Recycles its own water. The crowd goes silent. We just secured a contract with FEMA and the UN. And our consumer unit launches today. Thunderous applause. People are standing up, cheering. I feel like I'm underwater. I pull out my phone. Google Leo Vance. Top result. Vertus Systems raises $400 million Series B. CEO Leo Vance named one of Time's 100 most influential. Valuation. $1.2 billion. Billion. With a B. I lean against a pillar. My legs feel like jelly. He finishes the speech. Crowd swarms him. Investors, tech bros, journalists. I watch from the back. I should leave, but I can't. I wait until the crowd thins out. He's talking to a woman. She's short, messy bun, wearing a flannel shirt and glasses. She's laughing, pointing at a tablet. He looks at her with that look. The soft look. The "you are my entire world" look. He puts his hand on her back, grounding her. I walk up. Can't help myself. Leo? He turns. Blinks. Recognition takes a second. Sarah. Hi. His voice is neutral, not angry, just distant. I saw the speech. I stammer. Incredible. You did it. Yeah, he says. We did it. He glances at the flannel girl. This is Maya, my co-founder and fiancée. Maya smiles. She has dirt under her fingernails. No makeup, radiant. "Hi," she says. "Leo's told me, well, he hasn't said much actually, but nice to meet you." She doesn't know. I'm a footnote. A prologue she didn't bother reading. "Maya was the one who figured out the bacterial filtration issue," Leo says. "Met her a month after I moved into the warehouse. She believed in the tech when everyone else called it a weed grow op. The words hit me like physical blows. Believed in the tech, believed in him, when he was sleeping on the floor, when he smelled like algae." "That's amazing," I choke out. I look at Leo. I want him to be smug. I want him to rub it in, to say, "Look what you missed out on." But he doesn't. He checks his watch. A cheap Casio. "We actually have a meeting with the Gates Foundation reps," he says. "It was good seeing you, Sarah. Seriously. I hope you're happy." He means it. He genuinely hopes I'm happy, because he is so full of purpose and love that he has no room for resentment. He takes Maya's hand. They walk away, talking about flow rates and micronutrients. I stand there in my $2,000 suit, surrounded by people trying to look important. I realize I'm selling drywall and glass to people who want to feel rich. He's feeding the world. I go back to my hotel room. Order room service. $48 burger. It tastes like ash. Check my email. Client wants to see a penthouse on Tuesday. Commission would be $12,000. I don't care. I open Instagram. Search Verde Systems. See a photo of Leo and Maya, sitting on the floor of a warehouse, eating pizza from a box. Date stamp is 3 years ago. Caption: "First successful harvest." 3 a.m. We're exhausted, broke, and smelly, but we just changed the world. In the photo, Leo is looking at Maya like she's the sun. I remember that look. I had that look and I traded it for a Cartier bracelet I don't even wear anymore. I turn off the lights. The city glows outside the window. A million lights. And I am completely, utterly alone in the dark. Be me. Wealthy, adjacent, spiritually bankrupt. I bet on the wrong currency and lost everything that actually mattered.